Hey Betty, how's it going?
I'm so livid I can't even talk about it.
What happened? Did something happen with the kids?
Yeah, little Susie came home from school so excited. The teachers taught the kids about yoga, but what I wanted to do was a Bible study at school. The teacher said it was against policy. That's a bunch of hoo-nanny.
Oh gee, Bonnie, it sucks that you're so worked up, because it sounds like little Susie's school is trying to implement a multicultural curriculum. Bob and I have been trying to get our district to implement one for a long time. The effects of a multicultural education actually benefit students in the long run.
Multicultural curriculum? What kind of Kool-Aid are you drinking? We live in America. Our kids do not need to be exposed to all the hogwash out there. I mean, are we trying to be like third world countries? Aren't we trying to make America great again?
Multiculturalism's intention isn't to turn us into a third world country. It's to expose our kids to the many different cultures around us so we can be more aware and educated. Have you heard of Nieto? She's a huge advocate of multicultural education. She says that our current education system is a monocultural education and it only reflects one culture, the dominant culture.
Well, the dominant culture is dominant for a reason. Why wouldn't everyone want to be like us?
Because we're all different. Diversity is what makes us so beautiful. There are 360 degrees of perspective, and if we only see life through one degree, we are limiting ourselves and robbing our children of an amazing life. Nieto says that because the dominant group is seeing only themselves, they may believe that they are the norm and thus most important, and everyone else is secondary and less important. Do you want little Susie to grow up racist?
Well, no, I don't want her to be racist, but I also don't want her to associate with cultures that will result in her becoming less driven. I mean, there must be a reason why white people are making more money than Mexicans. We work harder. Duh.
That could not be further from the truth, Bonnie, and it's thoughts like that that keep systematic oppression alive.
Systematic oppression? What kind of hooey is that?
Systematic oppression is the mistreatment of people who are part of a minority group. The system favors us, the majority, and therefore we thrive and people of color get the short end of the stick. For example, in school, children who have migrated here tend to have lower test scores, not because they don't try hard, but because the system expects us to test just as well as kids whose first language is English.
Well, shouldn't they be able to catch up? I mean, they're surrounded by English. Why is it so hard?
Learning a new language is hard, Bonnie. I heard a speaker named Dylan Garrity who uses the analogy learning to read in a new language before they can even read in their own language is like learning to walk while a pit bull is chasing them. How would you feel if the minority language was Cantonese and little Susie couldn't catch up? I think you would take a stand if the tables were turned.
Well, yeah, I'd be pretty upset.
Also, our families are middle class. We both have tutors on speed dial so our kids get extra support. A lot of marginalized families don't have money to buy the latest Louis Vuitton bag, much less a tutor, so they're stuck.
Well, shoot. Now I'm feeling like a kook. No child should feel helpless or hungry. What can we do to help?
We need to start with awareness. Nieto hits it on the nose when she says, because of the multicultural nature of our society, these materials are widely available, although sometimes we have learned not to see them. We need to accept our privilege and use it to help fight systematic oppression. This starts not with having a fit when little Susie's teacher wants to expose her classroom with other cultures. Think of it as a gift of awareness. Also, instead of buying next season's Prada shoes, you can also help fund an urban school's library. The more these underserved children read for pleasure, the more fluent they will become and won't be stuck in the trap. Dr. Krashen says access to a library of 500 books or more balances the effects of poverty. Unfortunately, a lot of schools don't have libraries like that, so it's something to think about.
Thank you so much, Betty. I'm feeling like a chump.
I'm just happy you're such a receptive person. Most people are not. In order to fight oppression, you need to start where you are standing and then take the first step. Let's take that first step together.
But first, can we get some Jamba Juice and then go to Nordy's?
Yeah, we should go to Nordy's.